the 80s, right? When you used to watch movies back in the day,
Yep.
there was always certain cues about some of those movies when you used to watch them back in the day. Like, you already knew something was going to happen, especially like during the 80s. Like, if you're walking into a building and you hear that slow like that, you knew, okay, something's going to pop out.
Yeah.
Or now this person might be in trouble. Like, the music gave you clues as to what was happening on screen. And the 80s was famous for that.
It gave you like a foreshadowing of what was going to happen.
Yeah. A certain type of music would come on when the hero was there.
Yeah.
When the villain was there, it would get kind of low and fucking brooding kind of music and all that shit.
Yeah.
But I always remember, like, especially in the 80s, that you always knew in the 80s when the sex scene was coming on.
Yep. Yeah, you did.
And the reason you knew was because there was always a fucking sax playing in those fucking movies. Whenever somebody was about to get busy, somehow the sax came out. I'm like, what the fuck? Every fucking time in all those goddamn movies. And they were always fucking with the blinds half open.
Yep. Okay.
Always.
And then it was like a heavy breath, and then a sax started.
Yes.
You know,
the sax would start with the sax.
Yeah, sex. And then the sack would so sexy sex, sexy sax. Yeah.
So that's every fucking time, man. And dude, especially those fucking those movies that you would see on HBO or like Cinemax.
Yeah. You mean soft porn?
No, I wasn't talking about those movies, but even those movies, they were famous for that shit.
Oh, I used to stay up late for that. I don't know why. It wasn't like I was jerking off or anything. I'm like, damn, look at those titties.
you like try to take notes. All right, lay her down.
Yeah.
Yo,
that's it. Just rub. Yo, because they would never show anything. It was like titties and then a leg.
Yep.
And then a lot of rubbing.
A lot of
like body rubbing. Like, okay.
But so you're left to basically figure out the rest on your own when you turn 18.
Like you see the two bodies right in front of you on the TV screen, and then you kind of imagine the woman with the rest of the room like coming from the TV.
Yo, dude, I remember one time I was with a friend of mine, man, and his brother was with us, and he was flipping through like like channels, and one of those movies came on.
Yeah,
and we start kind of laughing at shit. And you know, me and my friend were laughing, but his brother is looking at it like kind of intense, and I'm just kind of like, And at the end of the scene, the camera just kind of panned away.
Yeah,
and it pans to like a rose.
It's always like a panning or like to,
sitting
like,
in the window,
like to the moon, or you know.
Yeah, and then the next scene is like an outdoor shot of a car going by.
Yeah,
and my friend's brother was like in Spanish said, "Fuck." He goes, they didn't show you how to do anything. and we both sitting there looking at each other like
they're not going to show you.
No, they're not going to show you. But then we ragged on him like, hell, look at this guy. He doesn't know what to do with a woman. Meantime, we didn't know what to do with a woman. Yeah. But yeah, that was always the cue, man. You always knew that there was going to be sex whenever that fucking sax would come on.
I mean, like, there was a butt, but it was never the woman's butt. It was always a fucking dude's butt. Like, why would I want to see a fucking shaven dude's ass for? The fucking, I don't want to see that shit.
I'm sure back in East New York, you're sitting there like, you know what? Looks like I'm going to have to go to Times Square to get my answers.
No, I missed that whole time.
You missed it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard Times Square was just a shit show. Nothing but peep shows and herpes all over the streets. Man.
I went down there once with my uncles, you know, because I would cry if they didn't take me. I was like, I want to go. I want to go.
Did you start crying when you left?
No. I went in one of those peep shows. But I haven't been back since. It was dirty, nasty.
When you sat in the peep show, did they start playing sax over the overhead speaker?
Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. You know, it was sax, and it was always the trumpet with that thing. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, this never happens to me.